First of all, let me just tell y'all how many times I've been trying to record this video for y'all since yesterday. Okay, this is ridiculous. Like, I cannot. Yo, I'm telling you right now, if my ring light dies, any of that, I'm gonna keep talking. Okay, y'all just gonna have to bear with me because I cannot. Okay, this is like take number 50 that I've been trying since yesterday, Friday night. It is now Saturday, and I still have yet to get this video, been able to get this video to y'all, because every time I get damn near to the middle of my story, some happens to where I gotta start all over again. But last night it was my phone was overheating. Why, I do not know. Overheated twice, so it kept cutting off. My ring lights kept dying, both of them. Mind you, they was fully charged. So I just had so many technical difficulties yesterday. And then today, same thing. My son just interrupted me. And then I got finished with him now. And then I got a phone call because that's my fault. I forgot to put my phone on D&D because, yes, I do record from my phone. I do not have the camera that I want yet, so the phone it is. Okay? Anyway, y'all, as you can see by the title, this is a story time edible edition. Yes, that means I took an edible before telling this story. Okay, so y'all can have a little key with me. And yeah, this is the edible that I took or take. And then first of all, y'all, welcome back to another video. Even though this is take number 50, like I said, welcome back to another video. It's your girl Charmaine, aka So Effortlessly Sexy, aka She Always Got Something to Say in Zoo, period. Okay, let's get into this story for the 100th time, you guys. I'm so tired of saying the same, repeating myself, but it's all good. It's all good. It's always all good. I'm doing this for me and y'all, okay? But y'all, first of all, this story took place back in the late 90s. I was about 18 years old at the time. This dude, and yes, you read the title, you see that it said I was chased down and attacked by a stud. Okay, back in the day we called them the D word. I don't know if that word is appropriate now to use, so we're gonna stick with the current times and we're gonna use the word stud. But this dude was a whole man. Okay, whole ass man that had to been about 40 something years old back then, not even exaggerating. That's another thing. Nothing that I'm saying in this story is exaggerated, fabricated, and not one lie gonna be told. I'm going to give you straight freaking facts. Okay, so like I said, this dude had to been about 40 years old back then. Whole solid 250 or better stacked. Okay, only I'm telling y'all, like, he had a 5 o'clock shadow, razor bumps, low cut Caesars, no waves. And I mean, only how you could tell it was an actual woman is because, as always, she had some huge titties. I mean, bigger than these. Yes, I know I got a rack up here, but no, sis was racked. Okay, so anyway, like I said, boom. This was back in the late 90s. I had to be about 18 years old back then. And like I said, this dude was about 40 something or 40-ish. Okay, and we both worked at this music store. I worked at a music store back then. The most popping job I ever had to date. Lit-ish job, y'all. I was 18, working in the heart of the city at this huge, most popular, biggest record store in New York City at the time, called H&V Records. If y'all from back in that era, y'all know exactly the store I'm talking about. Okay, so it was called H&V Records at the time. Then they changed it to like H&V Music or something like that. So boom, we both worked there. I was a cash office manager. He, whatever, was a loss prevention person. So our offices were adjacent to each other in this little narrow hallway we had in the employee area, down tucked in the back of the store on the second level. You had to go through the door to get to the employee area. When you walk in the employee area, there was a reception desk there who she handled the receptionist. She handled, you know, the calls and also the inventory. She was responsible for ordering the inventory, which was the music, the CDs at the time in the store. Or whatever. And if I'm talking a little fast, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get this out before, God forbid, anything else happens to where I cannot finish my story. Hopefully that will not be the case. I put my phone on D&D. My son is not home. Tim is downstairs doing something, so whatever. Okay, we should be good. Anyway, like I was saying, so in the reception, in the employee area, like I said, it was the reception desk first, and then you go down the hall a little bit. It was my office on this side, the loss prevention office on the opposite side, and then in the back was the kitchen area, break room, you know, and the bathrooms for us. And the inventory, that's where all the inventory came in at, through downstairs, through the back exit or whatever. So anyway, we worked, like I said, adjacent from each other. Mind you, y'all, I never ever ever seen this dude, like never interacted with the dude. I knew she worked there or whatever, but me and her never had any interactions, any words, anything, nothing, like nothing that would warrant what happened to happen. Okay, like honest to God, y'all, like I did not know there was an issue at all, because like I said, we never really saw each other in passing, and the very few times that we did, it was never no beef. Like it was just like, we was working, we was doing our thing. Because for the most part, the loss prevention stayed in their offices, because it was two of them. It was her and another dude in there. And you know how the store, you got different shifts. So if one of them would come in the morning, they would leave in the afternoon, about 3 o'clock, something. Well, I would say about 4 o'clock, something like that. And then you had the other one coming in the middle of the afternoon or whatever, and they would be there to closing. So it was always, for the most part, two of them in the office. And once in a blue, they would like take turns coming out and roaming the store as if they were shoppers. They always had their street clothes on. You would never know that they were like, the loss prevention. So, like I said, that's the most I seen her is when she would come upstairs, to the main level to like walk around, and just do her job or whatever. But that's it. Never had no words, never had no eye contact. Honest to God, we barely even saw each other. Okay, even though my office was right across, whenever I had to open the store, my work in the cash office, because I was responsible for handling all the money that went out to the registers. And if anybody needed, in the middle of the day, needed any extra money, any extra change, they would come to me down there. So it was such a cool job for me. And then, like I said, I was about to say, for the most part, on the days that I opened, my work was done within the first 45 minutes of the day. Like literally, I was good. And I would go upstairs and I would help on the main level, help them ring, I would open up a register because I was bored. I would just open up a register and help them ring up there, because this store was so popping, y'all. I got to meet so many famous people working in that store. And to be 18, no responsibilities, working in a famous record store like that. And like I said, tons of famous people stay coming in there or whatever to shop. Some of them shopping for their own music, child. But anyway, I used to have this little book that had all the autographs that I ever got from the people that I met working at that store. I don't know where the book is at now, but I know it's somewhere in my life, in my things, okay? But anyway, so I used to go upstairs and ring on the registers, and we used to have mad fun, because it was more of us younger people in there, not necessarily teenagers, but young adults, 20, 21, 20 somethings. Like, I'm telling you, y'all, we had a time at that store. Nobody had no beef with each other. A lot of us in there were super talented, and obviously we were music lovers. So even when you walk in the store, the music was on mad loud, popping, bass pump popping, DJ hovering over the registers. He had his own DJ booth over the registers, like hanging, lights flashing. I'm telling you, this store was it, okay? So it was 2 levels. Like I said, the main level was the biggest level, and then you had the downstairs level, which was different genre of music, had their different departments downstairs. Like it was classical department, the instrumental department. It was a real music store, y'all. Like, it was so much fun working there. Anyway, I keep stressing how fun it was, because like I said, there was nobody in there that ever beefed with each other in there, okay, ever. Everybody was just there living life to the fullest, having the time of our lives there, because we were young. We were, amongst doing the work that we love, which was being amongst music, getting to meet all these different people from all walks of life coming in there, so it just was always fun. So when my work was done in the cash office, I always walked the floor, meaning not walk the floor, but I always went up on the floor, and I always would help register on, whatever department I wanted to be in at the time. So yeah, boom. Alright, so this particular night, there was 2 shifts for the cash office, 2 shifts for, everybody, It's just like it was an opening shift and a closing shift. I did not always open the store. There were times where I would close. And closing meant, like, I didn't actually lock up the store, but meaning I had to work there until the store was closed, okay? So I would be basically like a second shift on some days throughout the week. So this particular day that this incident happened, excuse me, It was a closing night for me. Now, another thing, every single time I ever had to close the store or work to closing, my boyfriend at the time would always meet me at the train station. Now, I don't know if y'all familiar with the city. Some of you are, some of you are not, but the ones who are not, let me tell you, the blocks in the city are super long. Okay, one block is equivalent to like 3 or 4 blocks put together, short blocks. 3 or 4 short blocks put together. The blocks in the city were mad long. Okay, so basically I only was 1 block away technically from the train station. It was just one long ass block, but it was only 1 block. Okay, and like I said, usually when the nights that I would close, my boyfriend met me there like clockwork. He would be at the train station waiting for me. There was really no need for him to, come not all the way, because it was just a block away, but it was no need for him to come out the train station, have to pay a next fare to get back on the train just to walk me down the block. Okay, because it's not like I was the only one outside on the street by myself at that time. Again, keep in mind, this is the 90s, all right? So it's not in today's world. So, and this was up on 45th and 5th. Train station I had to, that I would utilize is the Rockefeller Center train station, which is literally right across the street from where they like to tree up and shit. So, yeah. So I didn't need nobody to walk me from the train station. Plus it was other of my employees, coming out and walking too. We all may have went in different directions, but basically I was just really never unsafe. Okay, so yeah, he will always be at the train station waiting for me. This particular night, he did not come. I knew he was not going to be there because he wasn't feeling well. He was sick, and I was like, don't bother, don't come out there. So cool. So, all right, boom. Now I'm going to get to the meat and potatoes of the story. Now that I gave y'all some background. So, yeah. This particular night, I come out my office. There's CDs lined, or we're closing the store. Everybody, all the customers going. There's nothing but us employees in there getting our stuff together, whatever. So, I'm downstairs closing up my office. And, again, I told y'all how narrow the hallway was. So, at this time, there was some boxes of CDs lined up against the hallway right outside my office. So here comes dude come out. We gonna call him Rob. Here come Rob come out his office or whatever, and he see me standing there or whatever, minding my business. So all of a sudden, because we all going out this way, okay, this is the door you go out to go upstairs and go to the entrance, the exit, whatever, to the main level. So he sees me just standing there or whatever. I don't know if I was talking to somebody or whatever. I had to have been talking to somebody, because other than that I wouldn't have been just standing around downstairs for nothing. So all of a sudden, he has to come past me, and not going outward. He's going back the other way, for just to have a reason to walk past me. That's what it all boils down to. After the fact, I realized that. So when he went to walk past me again, he mad big, y'all, like big back, big titties, like I said, just big all around. So mind you, y'all, I had to been about 135 pounds, maybe 140 the most. I stand at 5'7". So I was literally this big back when I was 18. Literally about this freaking big. I mean, I was tiny back then, y'all. I wish I could have got a picture to insert here just to show you how small I was. But I was mad tiny, especially compared to this person. But I definitely was I was a stick figure, okay? And cute as fuck, okay? But anyway... I said, all right, so he want to go this way. So me still, being innocent, not thinking nothing, because like I said, it never been nothing. I turn, me being a considerate person I am, I turn, and give the person room. I turn around and I kind of push myself up against the boxes that was on the wall so that he can have enough room to go past. What does he do? Even though I did all of that, made all this little room for him, what he do? Come past me and intentionally bumps and brush past me. So, and then I was like, then he said, you ghetto bitch. Out of nowhere, y'all. Like, y'all, I was so caught off guard. But even though I was caught off guard, my fucking reflex kicked in quick with my mouth. I was like, your mother. Your mother. No one on this freaking big, son. Or whatever, but I ain't care, like, who you talking to? Like, what was all of that even for? Like, why would you do that? And then gonna say, you ghetto bitch? Like, for no reason, you guys. My hand before God, I wish I had a reason to give y'all. Because if it was something that I said, did, we had any other words prior to that, we had any other, ill eye contacts, I would keep it 100. Okay, I would tell you it was nothing. I really was so caught off guard by that. I had no idea that this dude had a beef with me. So, okay, I was like, your mother, like that. So then at that point, I went out the employee, and I went out and went on upstairs. So I get upstairs. When you get upstairs, before we could all leave. Another thing. My cousin had just gotten married not too long before that this happened. So, and his favorite artist at the time was Faith Evans. Faith Evans had came to the store. I got him an autograph poster of her. It was one of those it wasn't a huge poster, but it was one of those kind of card-like poster, like a hard copy of a poster, and she signatured it for him. It was the cover of her album or whatever, and she autographed it for him or whatever. But like I said, it was like a cardboard picture of her album cover. And so I had that for him, and I had my little polo bag. I'll never forget, because like I said, I was fresh to death, fly as fuck. I'm from Brooklyn. We automatically fly it in you, period. Okay. But yeah, I had my little polo bag on. It was a see-through clear bag. And a lot of times when we would have some like free merchandise on the table in an employee room, like it would be, leftover CDs that nobody really want, or that didn't make it to the floor or whatever. So you could just go back there and grab what you want. So I had a little baggie of the things that I wanted, like the music that I wanted in the bag. I had his poster, and then like I said, I had my little polo bag that you just wrap around your wrist or whatever. So I, go upstairs. Before we could leave the store, there was another actual security at the door. There was always a security guard at the actual door. So that person would check, the bags, make sure you got your little ticket for the merchandise that you got from the store, so they could know that it been signed off on, like somebody okayed you to take it. So I'm waiting up there to get for them to look in my bag. So okay, boom, it's my turn. Mind you, this Rob is still downstairs doing whatever he was doing. So by the time I got out the door, I'm walking to the train station, minding my business. It's like I said, it's late at night. It's probably about 10:30 at night at this time. Nobody's on the block with me, walking down that one block, even though it was one block, but it's a pretty long block. So I'm walking like I always do, minding my business. Y'all, I get to the end, almost to the end of the block, where I turn the corner, because once you turn the corner, the train station is a few feet away. So I'm almost at the end of the block, y'all. Why? I hear somebody, Charmaine, like that. So I'm like, fuck is calling me? So I turn around, y'all. This broad man, quarterback, is booking it down this long ass block. Now he was down the block, y'all. I'm almost at the end of the block. He was booking it. Titties busting him all in the chin. Book bag, because she used to wear this book bag, or she had it at that time, book bag on her back or whatever. And I'm like, yo, I know this man is not running after me. Charmaine, like that. So of course I kept it moving. I'm about to stay here and wait for you to catch up to me. No, I didn't run. I turned the corner and I kept walking. Y'all, when I tell you, by the time I got to that train station, which like I said was literally a few feet away once you turn that corner, why the man caught up to me, and he was like, he jumped in front of me, and he was like, what, took his titties and was like chest bumping me. What you said about my mother? What you said about my mother? What you said? I was like, your mother, because one thing my mouth gonna do is work, honey, okay? And these hands work too. But I was too cute and too pretty to be outside fighting people. That wasn't my thing back in the day, but don't get it twisted. I still could fight. And ain't nobody was about to fucking sun me, okay? Period. I don't care how small I was. This mouth was going, okay? So I was like, I said your mother like that. I said you bumped me like you had some problem with me. I said your mother. You called me a ghetto bitch. So I said your mother. I'm going, mind you, while I'm talking, she's still bumping me with her titties. But I started, walking away or whatever. But I'm walking facing her. I'm not turning my back on her until I got to the train station steps. So I get to the train station, the stairs, where you're going to walk down the stairs. In this particular train station, you walk down the stairs, not up. So I get to the stairs, and she's coming behind me down the stairs, And then all of a sudden, out the corner of my eye, I see her go to swing at me. So I ducked. And when I ducked, by this time, I'm pretty much at the bottom of the stairs. I was probably like 2 steps away from the bottom. So when I ducked, I cracked my ankle. My ankle just twisted. Mind you, I had on some wallabies. Do y'all remember wallabies? Comment down below if you remember wallabies. Clocks at that, yes. So I had on some wallabies anyway. I cracked my ankle and I fell on the actual not platform, but the ground downstairs in the train station. This big brawler got on top of me, y'all, and I just started like she couldn't even control me. Like she did not hit me because she couldn't. All she was trying to do was hold my hands. Like she was trying to grab my hands to stop me from hitting her. Because like I said, I had a bag of CDs in my hand, busting her on her head with that bag of CDs. My cousin's autographs poster for Faith Evans flew somewhere out the bag. My CD bag busted from busting her on her head with it. Still had my polo bag on. That bag was about like this big. And it was one of them clear bags you just slip your wrist through or whatever. And I'm going, but get the fuck up. Mind you, the white people standing around looking. Nobody bothered to help. But when the white people started coming around looking, that's when she got off of me. Again, she was not fighting me. She was not hitting me. She just was trying to control my hands because I guess she ain't know that I had hands. Like, it's don't let me be on this ground fully because, yes, I was kicking. And oh, my God, y'all, she was so fucking heavy. She was so big, y'all, and I swear oh God, I can't even express how small I was back then. And this big ass man is sitting on top of me. So anyway, when she saw people started to come around, it wasn't too many people because it was late. It's 10:30 at night. Even though we live in a city that never sleeps, it still wasn't that many people out at that particular train station, at least. So that's when she got up off of me, and she was like, she had the nerve, y'all, to say to me, you better leave me alone at work. Yo, when I told you I saw red, okay, like, oh my God. And she just disappeared after that. Like, I don't know where she went. She must have went back out the train station or whatever because she just disappeared. But before she disappeared, and she was like, oh, you better leave me alone at work, I yelled back, you just mad because you can't eat my see like that. So I'm limping, lost my fucking earring, y'all, limping to the turnstile, get on the train. My ankle was throbbing. Do you hear me? Like, and I just swelled up immediately like this freaking big, like a freaking big ass golf ball. Even though golf balls ain't that big, but the shit looked like that big on my ankle. Okay. I was so mad. Like I said, y'all, I lost my cousin's autograph poster. I freaking lost my music. I just couldn't even believe that she attacked me like that. Like I just can't even believe that. Like to this day, yo, I'm getting tight talking about it because it just happened out of nowhere. Okay, so I get home and my boyfriend once he found out what happened, because one thing about him, he did not play about me. Okay, he didn't. And he was a little older than me back then. I was 18, like I say. He probably was like, I want to say 21, maybe 22, something like that. But he did not play about me. If you breathe in my direction wrong, he was on your ass. Okay, so when he found out, and then he found out it was that big ass man, yo, I'm gonna just leave it at that. But anyway, I get home. I take 2 days off of work because I had to let my ankle heal. But of course, the next day I called the store, let them know what happened. And also I called the police because now I need to press charges. So they was like, okay, you could come in and press charges. So y'all, boom. And I had to go back to the city, to that precinct, because whatever precinct it was, because that's where it happened, in the city. My light is going dim. Hold on, y'all. So anyway, so I go, like I said, 2 days later, when I'm able to like walk on my ankle like that, I go to the precinct up in the city, and I'm going in there, you know, thinking I'm finna just do my little 1-2, fill my little report out. Y'all, I get there, and it's another stud police officer. I kid you not. And they had to know each other. There's no question that she knew that lady, because she was so rude to me, this police officer. She was so, and she was black, and she was so rude to me. She was another D word, stud, whatever you want to call it, back then. And she was just being so rude to me. And I came up there by myself because I figured it was just going to be a little one too. So anyway, she was like, "You're not going home." What? She was like, "Yeah, you're not going to be able to go home." I was like, "What you mean I'm not going to be able to go home? I'm a victim." We're like, "What do you mean? I was the one that was attacked." She was like, "Well, Rob pressed charges on you too. So being that y'all both pressed charges on each other, both of y'all got to spend the night in jail." What? Y'all, when I say my soul left my fucking body, yeah. When I say I could not believe, to right now me saying it, so telling the story again, I cannot believe that they told me I cannot go home, that pretty much I was being arrested because this person pressed charges on me too, and I was the victim. This is how I know that she knew this lady, son, because ain't no fucking way. There is no way. So of course I'm like, no. She was like, "You have a right. Read me my rights, y'all." Like, I could not fucking believe it. Mind you, they did not tell me this on the phone. They made it seem like it was all good. Yeah. And mind you, I didn't speak to her when I came in there, but when I called them, but when I called to say I want to play, it was like making it seem like everything was all good. Nobody told me, "Oh, well, if the person come in there and press charges too, then both of y'all got to go." Nobody told me that, because I would have been like, fucking forget it. Like, no, like, I never been arrested before. Like, are you kidding me? And I was the one who was attacked. Like, are you kidding me? Yo, y'all, when I say I was so fucking sick, I immediately asked to make a phone call. Of course, I called my boyfriend first. Next thing I know, mind you, we live in Brooklyn. Brooklyn is about 45 minutes away from the city part where I was at. 45 minutes to an hour. Next thing I know, he's at the police station. He came up there fast as fuck, son. And at that time when he came, they had me in a room. And I didn't get to see him, but I heard him. And they was like, "Yeah, well, she's being booked tonight. She's not coming home." This same fucking broad, this same other stud in there talking to him, being mad rude. And I heard him getting loud with her. So she was like, "Sir, if you don't want to be next to her, if you don't want to be booked next, I advise you to leave." He was like, "But why are you keeping her? Why are you?" She was like, "Cause it's standard. She pressed charges. The other person pressed charges. So they both got to get booked. You can see her tomorrow when she come out from seeing a judge." Like, y'all, oh my God. And mind you, I came up there again, fly as fuck. I just, like, that's just how I dressed back then. I wasn't dressed up, but I had on my icebergs, my other Clarks, okay, because I used to love my Clarks back then, my Wallabies, but I never forget, I remember my whole ass outfit, honey. But anyway, yo, when I tell y'all I was in that room on the floor, bowled up like a newborn baby, crying my eyes out, y'all, I was dead crying. I could not believe, like, I was going to jail because I was the one attacked. Like, that shit blew me, son. Anyway, that wasn't the kicker. That wasn't the kicker, y'all. This was the kicker. This broad, Rob, dude, whoever, comes in there and do her little 1-2. They out there talking. So I guess they had to make it look good. Okay. And so they put her in the next room or whatever. Everything is all said and done. I'm bawling. I'm crying. I want to go home. I couldn't understand, why is this happening? This wasn't not how it's supposed to go. I'm supposed to come in here and make my report. And she was supposed to get arrested. Period. Like, in the story. Like, why am I in this? Like, why am I in here? So it's time for us to actually go to the jail, y'all. Do you know that they put us in the same car? In the back seat together? Y'all, they made me sit in the fucking back seat. Both of us had handcuffs on, by the way. But they put us in the back seat with each other. Y'all, I just can't even believe it. Like I said, retelling this story, I'm reliving it right now. Like, I cannot even fucking believe that. So I had to, not only did I get attacked by this person, not only am I sitting in back of a police car because of this person, y'all got the audacity to play me and put me in the same car as her in this, right? We literally sitting in the back together, y'all. like this. Y'all, OMG. Dead ass. Dead ass. Like, when I say I never wanted to kill somebody more than I did that night, kidding y'all. I ain't really want to kill nobody, But I'm just saying, when I say I saw nothing but blood, okay, oh my God, I was steaming. And then I was still crying. I was steaming, y'all. So we get to the jail. Surprisingly, they didn't put us in the cell together. Okay, even though I was in this big ass cell with a whole bunch of other people, crackheads, like, y'all, oh my God. It was one other girl in there. She was my age at the time. She was also looking cute. We both in there like, why are we here? I was like, what you did? Like, why you ain't? What you did? So she was like, I snuck on the train. She was like, I snuck on the train. She's like, I jumped the turnstile, and it was a cop right there. She didn't see the cop. So she had to go to jail for jumping the turnstile, y'all. And I told her what happened with me, and she was just like, what? Like, you had to fight? You was attacked, and they still made you get arrested? Yes. Yes. Y'all, when I tell you I saw smoke to this day, like for a damn near probably like 2 years straight, maybe even 3 years straight, because what happened after that is, no, I never saw a judge the next day. They just let me out, and I went home, took the longest shower ever, and just so happened I was scheduled to work that day for closing, so I got let out in the morning. So I had enough time to go home, take the longest shower ever, got cute again, and took my ass to work. Had an order they did grant me an order of protection from her, but how y'all giving me an order of protection the next day, first of all? And second of all, y'all gonna put me in the back seat with the person that, like, it's just make sense, son. Like, this is how I know that cop was her friend, no question. But anyway, so I went home. I got dressed for work. I put on my black pencil skirt, my little black suede boots I had on, my little white shirt, and I went to work like nothing ever happened. She was not allowed on the premises. I took the police report, and she was not allowed back to that store at all. Long story short of that part of the story, she had got a transfer. Supposedly, I heard she had got a transfer to another store, but she was not allowed to come back to my store. Mind you, her little friend, which was a security guard that worked upstairs at the actual door, little short, older woman, she was also a dude. Honest to God, y'all, like, I cannot lie. She was also a whole man, but she was a little itty bitty thing, and she had her low cut Caesar too, but she was old as fuck. Like, what you mad for? She was mad because giving me the dead look every time she saw me after that, because she felt like I got her friend fired. Like, girl, but she ain't never say nothing to me though. But anyway, after that all happened, and when my friends at the store, my co-workers, found out what happened, everybody was coming to me telling me, oh my God, I can't believe she did that. She used to always talk about you. And I was like, what? They was like, yeah, she used to always say things like, oh, I don't know why all these guys coming in here talking to her. She ain't cute. All these guys always coming in here trying to talk to her. She ain't cute. She ain't all of that. Like, she was telling people this, and then other people started telling me, yes, girl, she liked you. She really liked you, but you never pay her no mind. No, I didn't, because like I said, first of all, I never even noticed her. If she, like I said, when I saw her, it was usually once in a blue moon when she would be walking the floor. I never seen her like that in passing. We never spoke. We never did that because we didn't have a chance to. And not only that, even if she did portray her likeness for me, I don't get down like that. I strictly dickly back then, and even more now. So it's just like she wouldn't have had no chances, but we still could have been cool. Like, you still ain't have to do all that, sis. Like, that's not how you get the girl, okay? But y'all, that is my story time. I got arrested after being chased down and attacked by a whole ass man. And I'm gonna keep saying it was a man, because if y'all would have seen her, you would not have even knew. And I heard she was a mother. Like, I heard she had a little girl. Like, my granny always says, there's somebody for everybody, honey. Because I can't imagine another man laying down with her. Like, I couldn't imagine. Because not only just because she was big, she was the one who was fucking unattractive. Very. And then big, I remember she had this gap in her tooth, like this fucking big in the front. Like, she was not cute in any kind of way. Not saying that people with gaps wasn't cute. I'm just saying her gap on her wasn't cute. It wasn't nothing about her cute at all. Like, she just was ill. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, y'all, that is my story time, y'all. I'm so sorry it took me so long to get this story time out, but I still to this day now that I'm talking about it with y'all again, I can't believe that happened to me. Like, dead ass. Like, I feel like I wanted to see that lady for mad long. I wanted to run into her. I had it all planned out. Like, if I would run into her on a train anywhere, I run into her on the street, it's on sight. And I meant that shit. It was on sight, okay? Because I would have been more than ready this time. I done got locked up for you? Like, because you hit me, you attacked me, and I got locked up? Oh, yeah, it was on sight. But I never seen her again. Ever, 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 ever. My boyfriend came up there every single night, day. He was waiting. He wanted to see her more than I did. He was waiting because he just knew she was coming back up there at some point to come up there to see her friend at the door, you know, that was up there at the door or whatever. He just knew that she was gonna probably be lurking around. But he was so mad, y'all, because the one time, like I said, that man came up there every night any night that I had to close, he was there like clockwork. That particular night he had got sick, so he was not able to make it. And I was the one, even though he still was gonna come, but I was like, nah, I'm good. You good. You know, stay home and take care of yourself until I get home. He was so mad. He was so mad because he felt like he let me down. For real. And like I said, he did not play about me back then to begin with. He did not. You couldn't even breathe, look at me long before he was on your ass like, yo, that's me right there. That's me. He was very, very protective of me, and that hurt him so bad that he missed me that night and something happened to me, and that fucked him up for a long time. As it. But yeah, y'all, that's what happened. Yeah, so crazy, right? Crazy. But anyway, y'all, thank you for listening and watching my story time edible edition or whatever. I'm chilling. I'm going to go ahead and chill for the rest of the night. What time is it? It's 9:03. It's still early, y'all. So, yep. I'm going to chill for the rest of the night, y'all. I will catch y'all in my next video. There will be more story times to come, honey, because I got stories for days. So just sit back and wait on that. Okay, y'all. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Please like. Okay. And I will catch you guys in my next video.